Today I will show you how to make an incredibly fast general mob farm to get tons of gunpowder, bones, and more in an easy to follow tutorial. I will also showcase how to make the Trident killer so you can automatically kill the mobs, and even the storage system to organize all of your drops in an easy to collect storage area automatically. Now for this farm you will need the following blocks. You will need 74 stacks of any solid block, 34 stacks of scaffolding, 5 stacks plus 16 of any slab, 361 tinted glass, 12 fence gates, 5 magma blocks, 4 glass, 91 chests, 77 hoppers, 24 redstone dust, 7 repeaters, 7 comparators, 6 redstone torches, 4 observers, 4 pistons, 4 powered rails, 1 lever, 1 lava bucket, 1 dropper, 1 door, and at least 1 trident. You want to build this mob farm. Why? Because mob farms give you all sorts of amazing things, and this mob farm is going to be incredibly easy to follow. You're gonna get tons of amazing drops like spider eyes, arrows, string, bones, rotten flesh. Okay, who am I kidding? Rotten flesh kind of sucks. But most importantly, gunpowder, and tons of it. And if you want to be able to do this all day long, gunpowder is what you'll need, because you need gunpowder to make rockets. So enough with the sales pitch, let me show you how to build it. First step of building is to find a location, and luckily for you, you can build this farm literally anywhere as long as you follow a couple basic instructions. And to prove that, I just started a brand new seed and we are at the starting location. And all I'm going to do is I'm gonna just take a little quick peek around here, find the highest spot of land that I have, probably somewhere right about here. And I just wanna make sure that I build a certain distance above this land. Let me show you how. And that first thing you're gonna want to do is build yourself up 44 blocks in the air. Once you get yourself 44 blocks in the air, you're gonna wanna make your first platform here. And this first platform size doesn't matter a whole lot, but I like to give myself plenty of space. So we're gonna go out 9 blocks in each direction from this center point. Doing that, you've given yourself a 19 by 19 platform. Just go ahead and fill in the whole area around. Once you get that platform up, if you're a little worried about maybe falling off the edge, give yourself a little border block. Just stand to the ledge right here. Click your mouse button to place a block down. Click one again to place a block there. You can knock down that one if you want to. And just click and hold your mouse button or your controller button, whichever places your blocks. And then just drag those blocks across like this. And this will give you that little bit of safety to make sure that you don't accidentally fall off and, you know, go splat. So now for this middle part, to get in and out, you'll want to do one of two things. If you did like me, you use scaffolding, well, you can easily get up and down, no problem. If you did not, you'll want to go ahead and knock out a block on one side and put a ladder going all the way up and down the block that you used to stack up. Otherwise, if you have elytra and can fly already, you could probably also just fly up here. Now, I want to give myself a way up to our next platform, and our next platform is going to be 10 blocks above here. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 blocks. And this 10th block right here is going to be our new floor. I'm actually going to make this floor the same size as the floor below by going out to the center here, figuring out where the middle is, which is right here. I do want this middle to be a different block just so I remember where the exact middle is. I'm going to put this right here, and I'm going to build a platform the same size as the one below. Now, while I finish up this platform, let me take you to a message about our sponsor. If you want the best way to play Minecraft with your friends or family, then a Minecraft server from Sparkedhost is your answer. A Minecraft server is a great choice as it has much less lag. It allows you to see much further in your world than a realm does, while also not requiring you to be online for others to play in it like a locally hosted world on your device does. To get started with Sparkedhost, browse through their different tiers of server, ranging from their very affordable budget series that offer better value per dollar than realms, or their main lineup of enterprise servers that offer amazing performance at competitive prices. Once you have your server type, amount of RAM, and any add-ons that you may want selected and purchased, your server is ready to play on. If you need any help, Sparkedhost has amazing customer support through their live chat on their website and on their Discord channel. Sign up today by clicking the link on screen now or in the description below, and be sure to use code Prowl at checkout to get 20% off your initial payment. Once you're done with that top platform, go ahead and go back down to your lower platform, because we're going to set up the storage system here. I want to show you quickly and easily how to store everything. So I already have it marked off here for you. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks out from the corner, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks over from there. And in line right here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to place 6 chests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These first 6 chests that you see here, these are going to be for our important items: gunpowder, bones, arrows, spider eyes, rotten flesh, and string. And then you get a lot of other items that drop from this farm too. So we're going to have 3 miscellaneous rows right here as well. Now, we're not only going to go with these individual chests, we're going to need a lot of them actually. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to make all of these double chests, and then we're going to make these rows go 5 chests high. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to fill all the chests in here. And this will be a good minimum amount of storage that you will want to set up to use your general mob farm. If you need more storage, you should be able to figure out how to add more. By the way, I explain things here on making your item sorter in just a second. These last rows over here on the right, ignore those for now. We'll come back to those later. Next, switching over to the back side here, first thing you're going to want to do is place down some temporary blocks on the top of your chest on that back half. And you're going to want to place hoppers facing into the back of those chests. You can see with my texture pack here, there's an arrow facing forward. You can see the spout right there facing forward. That spout is telling you which way the hopper is facing. You want them facing in that direction. Next, go ahead and face hoppers into the back of every single chest. Once you're done with that, you can take out these temporary blocks at the top. Place a block behind the top hopper facing into the top chest like that. Now go ahead and go over 6 blocks, including that one. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 blocks over. And get up top here, place a temporary block right there. Go up a block like that. Bring those blocks over and place a glass block beside that, and bring those glass blocks over just like that. Next from there, place a temporary block behind the glass block like this. Place a block below that and get rid of your temporary block. Bring that block all the way down. And last but not least, place a temporary block below this front block right here. Place a block beside that and get rid of your temporary block. Bring that block all the way down as well. This is going to handle all of our sorted items. Once we get the redstone in, you'll see these last 3 rows do not have those blocks there. That's because we are not going to be sorting those items. Now, to make this part super easy, just go ahead and face comparators facing out from the hoppers, just like this. Put redstone dust on the rest of the tops of all of these blocks like this. Next, grab repeaters facing into the back of your system here. And you can just click up here, it'll be fine. It'll place it down below. Place a repeater down at each spot there. As you can see, those repeaters are facing forward towards the storage system. And the last part of this is place a redstone torch on each one of the blocks right there. This should be what your redstone looks like. Next, we're going to place the items in the filter here. You're going to want to make a filter item for yourself. What I recommend you do is go to an anvil, take a stack of any block you want. Any block is fine. Place it in here. We're going to use diamonds. It does not need to be diamonds. I'm just using diamonds here. And we want to name this whatever you want to. The best thing to name your item though is sub to Prowl. It is proven that sub to Prowl diamonds make your farm work 2 times faster, so I do recommend to use those. So next, get on top of your redstone area here. Click on this top hopper right here. You're going to take your sub to Prowl diamonds and you're going to place them in these slots right here for each of these 6 hoppers that you have. Now, once you've done that, you need at least one of each item that you're going to filter. This is simply the item that you're going to have go into this slot. So we're going to place a piece of gunpowder in this one. We're going to place an arrow in this one, bone, rotten flesh, string, and spider eye. Okay, now that we're done down here for the time being, we're going to go topside and we're going to build our Trident killer. Now, you don't need to do a Trident killer if you don't want to. You can just hit the mobs with a sword and kill them, but a Trident killer will kill them for you automatically without you needing to interact with them at all. It's a good way just to let the game sit for 10, 15, 30 minutes, even overnight if you want to, and get a whole lot of drops. So we're going to go ahead and put one in. We're going to stand on our center block right here. And we're going to knock out these 4 blocks right here. And I'm going to put down these 4 blocks to show that this is our area where mobs are going to fall and die. Next, we're going to stand on the pad here, and no matter what way we're facing, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put a piston to the right hand side on all 4 sides. Okay, next you're going to put a solid block beside each one of those pistons and on top of each one of those pistons, and put solid blocks in all the corners. Now this one right here in front of where you're going to be standing, you can knock that one out. Now take a powered rail or a dispenser or dropper will work as well. Place one of those in each one of the corners and take an observer and face it into each one. You'll see by doing that, the observer is looking at the rail. Now, this little gap on the area where you're going to be standing, mobs can come through there if it's a baby mob or a spider. So you'll want to go ahead and place a half slab right there. That will keep the mobs from getting out. And last but not least, you can put this lever pretty much anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and place it right there. And when I turn this on and turn it back off, you will see that these pistons do a circular motion, which will move around a trident. You only need one trident in the middle, but you could put upwards of 3 to help kill the mobs a little bit faster. Now, when mobs fall in there, they will get hit by those tridents and they will die. This little lever will serve as our on-off switch. Now I'm going to come back down to the bottom, and now we are going to make the collection system to actually bring everything to our item sorter. And this part is going to be incredibly easy. All we need to do is place a temporary block right here, place a hopper right there, take out the temporary block, put a temporary rail on top of that, just like I did here, place a hopper minecart on top of that. And if you get in just the right spot, you can punch that rail out to get it out the way, and go ahead and cover up your hopper minecart just to keep it from potentially getting moved. Now we're going to want to make the line that is going to bring all of our items in here. So I'm going to come down to the end of where all my hoppers are going to go for now. We're going to add in a system here a little bit later, and we're going to just put hoppers here. Remember, holding down the crouch button is what allows you to place a hopper against a chest or against another hopper. And all we're going to do now is we're going to loop it this way, and we're going to bring it to underneath here. You can see with my pack here, this guy's looking down, and then the items are following a flow over this way, and across here. Next, we're going to make our trash can system. This will basically make it to where our farm here is overflow proof. If any of these chests happen to get all the way full, which these ones can get full pretty quick, anything extra is just going to get thrown away. So I'm going to go down to where I place this temporary block right here. I'm actually going to go over 1, 2 more, I think will do it. And we're going to run hoppers into that. Oh, I should not have done that. We're going to run hoppers into that. So now our items will come all the way down here. I'm going to face a dropper facing down like this. I can now get rid of this top block right here, and I can face a hopper down into that. Now, what I want to do is make it to where anytime an item is inside of here, that it will actually trigger this thing off, which is going to be pretty easy. I'm going to put a temporary block there, a solid block here, and then run blocks across like this, and a block beside like that. Then I need to put a comparator right here, a repeater right here, redstone dust going across like this, put the comparator in subtract mode, place one more piece of dust right here. And now what will happen is anytime any kind of items are in here, it will automatically shoot them down and out. And I want to shoot them down and out into lava. So I'm going to place a temporary block here, and I'm just going to use glass because I like to see the destruction happen. We're going to put glass across all these. Let me put a temporary block right there. Let me knock this block in the middle out, put lava there, put the glass back down really quick. And then now any items that make it this far will automatically get dropped into lava and get destroyed. Okay, so this next part is going to be the hardest to explain. So I'm going to try to take my time and explain it clearly for you guys and show you some good angles. That way you can see it easily. I am going to be doing this again in creative mode. So as far as getting up and down and reaching the spots that you need to reach, just so this thing doesn't get too out of hand in terms of how long it is, you're going to have to figure that part out. Use scaffolding or whatever you got to do. I'm going to be flying around in creative to make this go a little bit smoother. So first, what you're going to want to do is stand on your center block, and you're going to want to go up 22 blocks high. There we go, 22 blocks. Next, you're going to want to make yourself a 5x5 platform by just simply going out 2 blocks in each direction. Now, on the side where there's a fox laying in a Trident killer. Get out of there. On the side where your Trident killer is, go ahead and place down 5 magma blocks. And on top of these 5 blocks by the magma blocks, go ahead and place down fence gates. Any kind of fence gate will be fine. And then knock out those blocks below. To make it so you don't fall down while you're doing things here, and to block some water in that we're going to do a little bit later, go ahead and border around the area around you. And you are going to extend that border all the way around the magma blocks here, leaving 1 block towards the edge like this. Next, you're going to want to work from below here. You're actually going to want to go ahead and just kind of like surround this whole area in like this. And then you're going to give yourself a little floor area right here and right here. And then let's continue to wall this area off. Next, we're going to add in another floor right here. We're going to go out 1 block on this side and 2 blocks on this side. And it does matter which side you do that on. You want to make sure you put the 2 blocks on the right, the 1 block on the left. Now we need more fence gates. Go ahead and put a fence gate right here and open it, and put a fence gate right here and open it. And then one final touch here, you're going to probably have to get down in here, and you're going to want to place fence gates across right here, including this spot I'm standing in. So this one you might have to hit from above just by like going down here and clicking right there, and open all of those up as well. Now you can place water across. You can place water across right here as well. And finally, we need to place a bucket of water right there and a bucket of water right there. And what we have done is we have made a spider killing chamber. Now to give you a quick demonstration, this is going to be temporary. I'm just going to place some glass right here so you can see what's happening. And then I'm going to border the rest of this off just so my mobs don't kind of jump over the edge. And what we have here is a spider like extraction / killer system, because spiders cause big problems in mob farms and slow them down. We want to kill them as efficiently and quickly as possible. So whenever I have a normal mob spawn in here, say a skeleton, a zombie, a creeper, he's simply just going to go through here. He's going to work his way down. I put him right here. He's going to work his way down and fall. Whenever a spider comes in though, he's going to work his way across like so. And he's going to get caught in here. He's going to die from the magma blocks. And once he dies, his string is going to drop down, and eventually it's going to work its way over here and then drop down into our system so we can still collect the string. Okay, we could get rid of these temporary blocks here, and you can actually put solid blocks across here. You do not want to use glass at any point in time here, because we want to make sure this area through here stays as dark as possible. Before we finish up here, what you need to do is you can take out these blocks you used to pillar up. And then what you could do is kind of like make a little funnel from this area right here by simply just coming straight down and then just creating the funnel going across through here. You can now see from the outside here, we've created a funnel where the mobs will just fall directly down. They have no way of getting out. They just drop directly into the killer. And we probably want to make this part honestly a little bit higher. So I'm just going to knock these two out. So that way there's 3 blocks of like head height here. Should keep them from getting stuck. All right, next from this area, we already have 2 blocks of height here. We actually only need to add 1 more. And now from each of the sides here, including the block that's already there, we're going to go out 7 blocks. That's block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And we're going to do that on all 4 sides. And now fill in this entire platform. Now what you will end up with here is a 19 by 19 platform with a 5 by 5 hole in the middle. We need to add in a little bit of a border block around the side here. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we're actually going to make this border area 2 blocks tall. Next thing you're going to want to do is place scaffolding over this entire floor. And to ensure that none of our mobs get stuck on the edges, what we're actually going to do is bring our scaffolding out 1 extra block like this. So what we have is a 3 by 3 hole scaffolding in the middle. And finally, we need to place water down. You're going to want to have a way to get a lot of water up here. My recommendation is to somewhere off to the side, do something like this. Make yourself a little 3 by 3 area, put a water bucket here, a water bucket here. And then now you can grab water from the middle. That's an infinite water source, because you're going to want to take water. You're going to want to place it in the corner, skip 2 blocks, and then fill water in all the way down. When you get close to the end here, skip 2 blocks and put water in the corner. So you're always going to skip 2 blocks. If you put water in either one of these block locations right here, you're going to mess up your water flow. If you want to make life easy for yourself, you could go ahead and just block those off initially like this, fill in the water like this, and then come in after the fact and knock it all out. And now what we've done is made it to where no matter where mobs spawn, they will flow into the middle. And the cool thing about Minecraft Bedrock Edition is that mobs will spawn with their head in the water and their feet on the ground. This makes it to where they spawn and they immediately get pushed to the center. Now this is 1 layer complete, and we need to make 6 layers to get the maximum speed of our farm. So all we got to do is now we cover over with the floor, go up 1 more block, fill in this as your ceiling to the bottom layer / your floor to the new layer. And now this same process that we followed down there, we need to do it 5 more times, except for the very top layer. We have 1 special thing to do as the roof of our top layer to make this farm work completely. Okay, so we've gotten up to the top layer here, and if you build in a biome that is a cold biome, you will have a problem of some of these water sources as you're placing them and doing the farm freezing. So just place a little ring above it. Once it doesn't have like access to sky right above where the water source block is, it won't turn to ice anymore. But now we're at the top layer, and we need to do one final thing. First, we need to make sure Endermen don't spawn. Yes, because if you do what we're about to do here and cover the top of this with tinted glass, Endermen will actually spawn and teleport down below. They'll take up mob cap and just be an annoyance for you. So you don't want that. So what you need to do for basically the roof of this last layer, you want to place a half slab. I guess a slab, half slab. We're just going to say half slab because that's what people say. You're going to place it right above where the water is. Don't put it in the top slot. It needs to be a bottom slab, not a top slab. And go ahead and fill in the entire farm area. If you like the idea of being able to see down inside of your farm, these five, like that 5x5 hole area, you can leave that open. And what we're going to need to do now is put down tinted glass right above this. The tinted glass is extremely important because it is going to keep any kind of sunlight from getting into this area while also making the top layer that we've made here a surface spawnable area instead of a cave spawnable area. Basically, it's just going to make your farm run a pretty decent amount faster to use tinted glass instead of using a solid block up here. And there we go. The farm is completely covered. And you can see by looking down, mobs are starting to spawn, which means if we want to start getting ourselves drops and experience points, we can just simply turn this thing on and stand right here. And as you can see, as we sit here, we are gaining ourselves levels. Now, if we want to get more out of this farm, we need to have one special thing in our inventory. And that special thing is a looting 3 sword, because even though we're not doing the killing ourselves, because we have the looting 3 sword, or even honestly, a looting 3 book will work as well. Since we have that in our hands, we will get the looting effect for any mobs that are killed. Now, once you've stood up here for a while, you can go down bottom and check out all those wonderful drops that you're getting from all the mobs that are being killed. You see the junk chests aren't filling up with stuff, and they will eventually be emptying into here. And to make life easier for yourself, you can already see it on the hotbar right now, but in case you didn't, you're going to want to add yourself in not just a single beacon, but a double beacon. Set one of them to give you resistance to, and then set the other one to give you whatever jump boost or whatever you want to be, and regeneration. You want to do this because sometimes these mobs in here will have thorns armor, which means that when that trident hits them, it will damage you, and you can die over time if you're not paying attention. Once you do those things, you can sit here forever and never die. But one thing I always like to do, just in case something crazy happens, is I will always put myself a chest down right here underneath my feet, and I will put all of my items inside of here that I don't need to have stay inside of my inventory. And then finally, if you really want to go that extra mile, build yourself a little safe room like this. That way, if somehow some mob spawns up here, gets up here in some way, shape, or form, you're safe, you're not going to die, and you just sit here and get all the XP. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below and let me know how you like things. And if you want to support the channel, you can become a YouTube member here or on my live channel, catch my live streams, or even donate directly to this video by using the super thanks down below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.